Yo, what's on everybody? Welcome back to another video on Boy. In this video, I've utilized the complete Shinigami guide, everything that you will need to know about Shinigami's gameplay-wise, build-wise, just progression-wise, literally everything about Shinigamis, what you'll need to know, what you need to get, everything. So if you guys end up enjoying the video, like and subscribe. My current goal is 20,000 subscribers. I appreciate everyone who has subbed and got me to 15k. But yeah, the next goal is 20k, so let's get that next. But yeah, let's hop right into it. Alright, so the first thing is obviously going to be making your Shinigami build. That is probably going to be the most important thing, is going to be your actual build, because obviously that is what you'll spend your time on as a Shinigami. Like, pretty obvious that you're going to want to have a semi-fun build at the very least. So I'll be explaining basically everything that you need to know. So, for your skill tree, what I personally recommend is Kendo. You go 45, and then you go 20. The reason for this is because I honestly believe that the update log will have a nerf to Mortal Ties, because the way that one of the devs has been talking about it in CC general makes it seem like they might nerf Mortal Ties, but we'll kind of have to wait and see. Don't 100% quote me on that, but Pressure Shift is also, in my opinion, a little bit better. So I would go 45 and 20. In my opinion, it's just slightly better. You guys can also go Speed. You can go Hakuda. I mean, Hakuda is not that great, but it will probably get buffed because, you know, Shunko is straight buns on Sweeper. It is by far the worst path for, you know, Sweeper, Hakuda at least. It is by far the worst way that you can play Hakuda, but we'll kind of just have to see what changes they do to it. But yeah, Kendo, Speed, even Keto slightly. Like, if you want to spam, that's really up to you. And then for your Shikai, now, I always recommend Theater, but you guys can also use Blood. You guys can use really anything. All of them are really, really good. Lightning's really good. Flame's really good. Wind's really good. Theater's really good. Flower, Blood, Ink, Ice. Like, they're all really, really good. You can use any of them. Even Confusion and Creation has been seeing a lot of play inside Clan Wars. So, really, all of the Shikais are usable. I don't think that there's one that's necessarily bad. And there is a few new ones coming out inside this update as well in like an hour, 2 hours, whenever this video comes out. I believe they're dropping key stays, and then they might be dropping Sway Fawns as well, which I'll probably have a video on and probably like a PvP video on as well. So yeah, there's all those Shikais that you guys can run. Now, weapons, I recommend Katana, Dagger, or Longsword. Not really anything else. I just believe that those three are like the top of meta right now, and basically are going to be the ones that I always recommend you guys to use. But yeah, that is it for build. I recommend Kendo or Speed. I just believe those are best for Sweeper. The number one that I recommend is Theater, just because it's like probably the funnest one to play. Or you guys can run Ice, because both of those have a counter. You guys can use those with Pressure Shift, have 2 counters on your build, and have zoning moves, because Theater and Ice also have zoning moves, which just make them deadly choices, especially if we pair them with Katana, Dagger, or Longsword. But now moving off of builds, we're going to actually be talking about the progression. If you guys don't know, the main difference about a story per progression from everything else is that you guys actually have divisions. Now, this is my personal method that I recommend for divisions. I recommend you start at Division 12, then go to Division 5, and then end off, like when you're already Elite Grade, end off at Division 13. So I'll be showing you guys the location for Division 12, Division 5, and then Division 13 real quick, because that is the exact order that I recommend to do it. Because if you guys don't already know, Division 12 is basically PvE. You stand, you do a little Osu minigame. If you guys don't know what Osu is, it's basically a rhythm game. You basically just do that, boom, boom, you click on some buttons, and then you actually get your Division XP. Now, you don't get a lot of Division XP every single time that you do it, but it is enough to level you up for the early ranks. Then I would say once when you're about grade 1 or have your Shikai, switch to Division 5. But right here is actually going to be Division 12. You just go in there, find the person, you talk to them. Boom. Division 12. And it's actually very close to Division 5 as well. You just go up here. You run across this little line right here. And then to your right, you'll just go over here. Make this jump. Boom. And then you're at Division 5. This is where I recommend you guys are going to grind for majority of your time playing, because the mission there is to go to KT and do division missions. When you guys actually go to KT, you guys will see a quest board next to the normal quest board. Now, not every single quest board in KT actually has the additional quest board, but it will be called Division Duties. That is what you guys will do. And then, yeah, once when you guys are actually Elite Grade, this is what I personally recommend to do, is to go to Division 13. Because what Division 13 does is automatically TPs you to Waco. And obviously, that's where you guys are going to be farming raids and doing all that. But yeah, that is just my personal way that I like doing division missions. I'm running to Division 13, so you guys can see what it is. But I believe early on, when you can't really fight anyone, Division 13 is probably the best. Once we get a little bit stronger and can actually survive in KT, like if someone ganks you, then I would say it's probably best to go to Division 5. And then once you guys are completely done leveling up, you don't need XP anymore, then I recommend to go to Division 13, which is right here. And this one actually automatically TPs you to Waco Mundo, which you guys will need to be at for raids, for Bonkai, and all that. But once when you guys are done just with normal leveling, like you guys are elite grade, now you guys can work towards Bonkai. If you guys don't know, Bonkai is, I believe, around like 15 raids is what you have to do, or like 20 ranked wins. So you guys can do that for stage 1. Stage 2 is one Bawa Bawa boss, which is in Waco Mundo. That's also why I recommended to go to Division 13. Then you need 80 hollow kills. The best method for that is just to do missions inside Soul Society. Because if you do it solo, you get 8, or you get 2 hollows per kill. You'll just have to do 40 missions, which is actually surprisingly pretty fast. And then you guys need to kill 15 elite player grips in a row, which once again, as a Soul Reaper, you have, it seems like more options, because like as a Quincy, like there is less Aronkar, so your basically only option is to grip Soul Reapers. But as Soul Reapers, there's a lot of Aronkar and Quincy players, so you guys have a lot of options to actually have players to grip. That's just my opinion though. And then for your guys' stage 3, you actually have 2 things. So the first thing that you guys are going to have to do is actually go to KT Town and find Kiste. Once when you talk to Kiste, you have to pick 3 correct swords in a row. You can only fail twice though, that's why it's kind of hard. And then once when you do that, you press M, you go to meditate, and then you fight your Bontai boss. Now keep in mind, the Bontai boss is by far the hardest obtainment method or any like full res, volt, any Bontai. The Bontai boss is by far the hardest one out of everything. But yeah, so you guys kind of have it hard there. But you guys also get Visored, which is 10 Hidoku fragments for lesser Visored, and then 1 true Hidoku fragment after those 10 lessers for true Visored. And true Visored is by far the strongest thing inside the game. So, you know, take that how you will. I will have a full video explaining the best Let's, Visored, and Vasto, what's it called, variant, because they are adding variants for Let's as well. So I'll be having a video on all those, probably after the update comes out. But yeah, once when you guys are done with that, you guys did Bonkai, you guys did Visored, True Visored, all that. You guys are pretty much done, and then you can go PvP, min-max your build a little bit, get skill boxes, do all that. I already have guides for everything that I just listed there. But yeah, if you guys are wondering how to beat your Shikai, I have a video on that. If you guys are wondering how to beat your Bonkai, I'm sure there's a video on it. I believe I might have done a video beating my Bonkai boss, but it was like so easy because it's theater, and theater doesn't really use its moves right now. So yeah, you guys will probably struggle on your Bonkai boss. I'm not gonna lie, especially if you're Flower. Flower, I don't even know if it's beatable, bro. I know like Nano Project took like 200 attempts to beat it. So, you know, good luck with your Bonkai boss. But yeah, everything else, like I would say Soul Reaper is definitely one of the stronger ones, just because how broken Visored it really depends on your rules though. But that is pretty much the full guide for Shinigamis. So once again, you guys just make your build, make your Shinigami, you do missions, and then eventually you have to join division missions, then you get your Shikai, and then you guys go to Division 5. Division 5 you do all the way until like around Elite Raid, then you go to Division 13, do raids. Once you guys are done with raids, then you do Stage 2, which is 1 Bawa Bawa boss, 80 hollows, and 15 elite player grips. And then you guys do your, you find your 3 swords, and then you guys do your Bonkai boss, and then you get 10 Hidoku fragments, which the easiest obtainment method for that is going to be ranked. And then you guys get True Hog Frag, which is also best obtainment method from ranked. And then you guys can just go and farm Clan Wars for your essence and basically min-max your build. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, the update today should bring 2 new Shikais, which I'll probably showcase when they come out. So if you guys ended up enjoying the video, like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys basically whenever the update comes out, because it shouldn't take that much longer for the update to come out. If it does take way too long, then I'll probably have another video in between now and the update. But yeah, if you guys can get me to 20k subs, I'd appreciate it. So like and subscribe. And yeah, peace.